All right, today was the second final day of TechX, and it was a really good event. The guy that I met yesterday was a very good serendipitous interaction that I feel very good about, even if that was the only thing, but that wasn't the only thing. Just everything was validated at this event with what I've wanted to do with data centers, with housing, but ultimately it's about whole city design, community design, and there's so many data centers that need to be built, so many edge data centers, smaller ones. The distributed aspect, the housing, the community, building these cities, these small towns, it's everything makes absolute sense, and it's all in alignment, and the data center aspect is key to this. Like, this event really has been, here we are, basically tomorrow marks 90 days, or, well, I don't know exactly how many days, but, the 3-month anniversary, because I got here on the 20th, tomorrow will be the 20th, so 3 months here, and had ups and downs. GTC didn't go as good as I had hoped, and, now, everything's pretty well normalized. I don't worry about rain, I don't worry about sleeping, I don't worry about showering, I don't worry about getting anywhere. Everything's pretty well evened out and comfortable now, and it's I'm here, this is my place, this is my area, and this is where I need to be, and I need to keep having these serendipitous interactions, and I know that I'm going to find the right person. The amount of money that I need to really get going on this is so insignificant, and one person can just write the check here. That could be, their monthly income. Oh yeah, I'll write you a check for, 25 grand. That would actually absolutely turn all this upside down to go at a very high rate. I'm just extremely excited. I feel like this was finally the unlock that I needed. Here we are, 3 months. Another 3 months is going to be nothing. I can do this. Every aspect of it I can do. Everything, all the other worries, it's that's, all past. It's over. Here we are. I've got to keep going. I've got to keep working on this. That's what Chubby.town is all about. Chubby.ai is about building communities for people to live, work, play, love, learn, and pay it forward. This is really an unlock for happiness and fulfillment. And it's about so much more than just housing, than just data centers, than any of these things. It's about human happiness and fulfillment, to live, work, play, love, learn, and pay it forward. This is based on Tony Robbins' human needs. Certainty, uncertainty, love, connection. Love and connection is one. But significance, growth, and contribution. That's live, work, play, love, learn, pay it forward. And then Maslow's hierarchy. Starting at the base needs and working all the way up to self-actualization, transcendence. And that's what factory college towns create. Factory college towns are just a simple way of saying what this is. It's about data centers. It's about having the base things for people. It's about education, factories, and then towns. That's what people live in, is towns. Whether it's that's the biggest thing. Is on the bus, all this stuff that's been leading up to now, and now I'm here, and it's I'm riding the bus, and it's the same thing, over and over and over, just copied. It's not that much different here than the town over, and the town over, and the town over. People are just living, working, playing, loving, learning, pay it forward. Some have a little bit better stores that, may carry one product and all these things, but ultimately it's all the same. It's just all more of the same. It's about creating atmospheres for people to thrive, so that they can work on ideas, so that they can do all these things. And if we create housing in a way that people can thrive and that they have the things that they need, where they're, if you don't have transportation and you're far away from things, it just really blocks you off. And so you either need transportation to be able to get to these places and money and all these things, or you need everything right around you. I really needed this. I've had setbacks, people have been, especially, with my Bible study, he's been talking about me not doing the startup, and I haven't even fully explained the startup. And maybe if I did, he'd be like even more against it. But he just doesn't want me to be, working all these hours and worrying about these earthly things. But it's not about earthly things. It's about creating this for people to thrive. Like, I have all the base things that I need. Like, the only thing I don't have that I need is this, because it's an idea that I have that I know can bring so much more to everyone. Like, all the homeless people I meet would be so much better off with this. All the young people would be so much better off with this. All the older people would be so much better off with this. Affordable housing, by building smaller housing, by building walkable. Yeah, people are against the 15-minute city concept, but it's not 15-minute city concept. It's about factory college town concept. It's not just about, you can't escape the 15 minutes. People are worried about surveillance state and not being able to escape. But ultimately, it's about having everything you need within a short radius. Food, production, all these things. Creating a distributed supply chain while building this, reducing costs, and creating places for, like I said, for people to thrive, for them to be empowered. I've needed this so much. And now I really feel like the unlock is finally there, because all my other concerns, all my other fears, everything is past. And here I am. Now it's just keep working, keep meeting people until I can get the funding. And then once I have the funding, I know exactly what I need to do. You buy the land, develop the land, find the right communities that are going to allow you to develop the land. Those kinds of things, and distribute it more and more, and that it'll end housing, affordable. The money is there for this. It's just not allocated properly. There's so much waste, and these homeless industrial complexes just do not solve the problem, and this will solve the problem. And yes, some of it requires more assistive care and things like that, but the drug addiction problem, all these things are going to slowly no longer be issues as we do this. I'm not going to say everyone's going to be cured of drug addiction, but they're not going to have the same kind of stresses that they do now that make them resort to the drugs. So that's where I'm at. I think you understand the unlock here, and I'm just going to keep going. I'm right where I need to be.